What's going on, everybody? My name is Phantomatic, and today we're going to be talking about the newest SSR that just released in Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade called Suguru Geto. Now, Suguru Geto is one of those units alongside Yuta where people is really excited to pull him because, well, he's Suguru Geto. Now, as you can clearly see, I do have a 10 pull from this because once you log into the game, you are gifted a free 10 pull to pull for Suguru Geto. Are you guaranteed to get him? No, but a 10 pull is a 10 pull at the end of the day. Now, this isn't my main account where Yuta and Megumi is on. This is my old account, which I was using, which is my first account. I already used the 10 tickets on my Yuta account because I wanted to see if I got lucky. I did manage to get one of the banner recollection bits, so hey, that's pretty cool. So I just want to come on here and see if I'm as lucky as I was on my other account. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're also going to have to talk about the two recollection bits, You Are Late and the two strongest, as you can clearly see right there, along with the new SSR. Anyways, let's get right into this 10 pull first and foremost. Okay, it's starting. Okay, no flickering TVs, nothing like that. Black Flash? Okay. Hey, we're gonna get a lot of SSRs, right? Holy luck, bro. Wow. And it is nothing. Absolute garbage. Absolute Jesus Christ. So the temple wasn't all of that. It wasn't really all of that. It's whatever. I'm not using this account anyways. So hey, let's get straight into what Geto does. So here we have the blue SSR. This is Justice Suguru Geto. He is a DPS, it seems like. So apparently up here it says special. What's special? Recovers 20 curse energy every turn. That is insane. Is that his passive? If any enemy targets are disabled in combat by self, recovers 10 curse energy for self. The recovery effect scales with the amount of disabled enemies. Will not work on certain curse spirits or enemies. That sounds kind of busted. Why does that sound kind of busted? That is a insane passive. Hold on. But let's get into his skills real quick. This is his basic attack. So his basic attack is going to consume 0 curse energy. It's going to deal melee attack damage to target enemy equal to 180% of physical technique. The crit rate increases scales with self's curse energy. So the amount of curse energy you have on Geto is how consistently you're going to be able to pull off crit rate attack, like crit damage. Pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. You can combo him with the SR Kaito, not SR, but the R Kaito, where he generates a certain amount of curse energy every turn. That's a pretty gnarly combo if you ask me. That's a pretty gnarly combo. His second skill is going to consume 25 curse energy and it's going to deal ranged attack damage to target enemy equal to 270% of curse technique, 3 hits in total. If self's curse energy is no less than 30, applies a 33.1% physical technique decrease to previously specified enemies for 3 turns. So before you finish this, that is insane. If he doesn't have enough curse energy, he's going to apply a debuff to said enemy for a specific amount of turns. Pretty crazy. That's pretty good. Hold on, that's kind of good. That is pretty good. Let's continue real quick. If self's curse energy is no less than 40, applies a 33.1% curse technique damage taken increase to previously specified enemy for 3 turns. Now that is pretty cool. So if you don't have this amount of curse energy, he's going to get a physical, and if you don't have that amount of curse energy, he's going to get a curse technique decrease. Pretty cool. So remember, if you don't have 30, he applies a physical technique decrease, and if you don't have 40, he's going to apply a curse technique decrease. Well, damage taken increase. My bad. I'm not gonna lie, that is a pretty strong second skill. His third skill is going to consume 30 curse energy and is going to deal range attack damage to all enemies equal to 120% of curse technique. This affects skills with self's curse energy. Pretty normal third skill if you ask me. I don't really think this is all that, especially for 30 curse energy. Yeah, I think you're better off using the second skill if anything. This is all right. Also, what skill? The damage scales off of how much curse energy you have. that's cool. That's cool. And here is his ultimate. It's going to deal ranged attack damage to all enemies equal to 329% of curse technique. The effect scales with self's curse energy. Cost all curse energy. Oh wait, what? Cost all curse energy self owns? That's crazy. You say, yeah, you're sacrificing all your curse energy to pop off this ultimate. How do I feel about this? Is it a good ultimate? No, it's really not a good ultimate, if I'm being honest. Only 300% damage at max. That's kind of crazy. Yuta does 1,000. Megumi does 1,000, and they're not even at level 10. He only does 300. I mean, it scales off of his curse energy, so I feel like the damage is going to increase significantly. But yeah, you're gonna have to really play him with characters that also grant MP, and you're gonna have to give him like a recollection bit that also generates curse points as well. Because if you don't, I feel like he's gonna struggle a bit. He's gonna be a bit lackluster. But yeah, that is Suguru Geto. He's pretty good. Not the best. I've seen better, but he's pretty good for what he is. If you pull him, then hey, that's a W. But also, I do feel like this recovers 20 curse points up here is going to be really helpful for him, because again, his ultimate does scale off of his curse point, his curse energy. So that'll be pretty handy to have. But yeah, that's Suguru Geto. I would definitely put him S tier, not SS, but he's definitely pretty good. So next up, we are going to be looking at one of the new recollection bits called the Two Strongest. It seems like it's going to be dealing with physical, as I see here, and something that buffs attack. So let's see real quick. Okay, so I was wrong. Triggered upon using any ultimate skill, applies a 65% curse technique increase to self for 2 turns. This is not for Geto. This is definitely not for Geto, but this can be used for anyone who specifically deals with curse technique attacks. So someone like Gojo would be pretty handy on. But yeah, that's pretty it. Let's check the other passive it has. When the battle starts, applies a 20% ultimate gauge fill rate increase to self for 3 turns. So yeah, this would be pretty nice for Gojo currently, where Gojo does do a lot of damage with his ultimate. So the fact that you would get his ultimate pretty quick is pretty nice to know. So yeah, if you do manage to pick this up, it's a pretty good recollection bit. So here we have Geto's recollection pit, which I did manage to pull on my other account. It is going to trigger upon using any command skill or ultimate skill. Applies a 45% curse technique increase to self for 1 turn and recovers 10 curse energy for self. You can clearly see this is meant for Geto because it does deal with curse energy and regaining curse energy. So again, if you do manage to pick this up, this is still not a bad recollection bit to put on any other character who does need quite a amount of curse energy to pop off their attacks. And its second passive, when the battle starts, applies a 15% curse technique increase to self. It doesn't say for any amount of turns, so I'm just going to say that's going to be staying for the entire match. Pretty gnarly passive, a 15% curse technique boost to your character, just like that. Pretty good to have. So yeah, those are the 2 recollection bits. Pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Again, Geto is a pretty good unit. Once you know how to manage his curse points, then you would see a lot of play from him. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Geto, again, as I just said, S tier unit, not the best, but he's pretty darn good. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video. Signing off.